this guy? It's your boy Mike Thieling with the shades on because it's Friday, getting your mind right for the weekend with yesterday's crazy recap of Love Island here on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Woo! Yeah. I'm spiking the mics all over the place because it is Friday. You know what it is, guys. Friday, end of the week. It's 6 o'clock here in LA, so I know across the rest of the US it is even later. That means you guys are already into the weekend, but you have graced me with your presence right here. I am your host, Mike Thieling, to talk some Love Island, guys, because that's what we do. And of course, we're talking yesterday's episode, and what a crazy episode it was. I'm really pumped to talk to you guys about it and to get your thoughts on it. After that, we're going to talk all about the episode. Of course, I've got a little fun segment where we're going to bring up my Instagram because some of you amazing fans are posting some really fun memes with me tagged in it, and they're completely appropriate. But first, I got to introduce the yin to my yang, my boy in the production box. It's Josh today.
What's up, folks? How we doing, Mike? How we doing?
Dude, everybody's doing good. Josh is pumped for the UFC event tomorrow. I am too. We're going to have fun today. Josh, unfortunately for you and Ryan, Caro doing very, very good with her matchup, Ray. So I don't think it's going to work out for you guys.
Yeah, I've been hearing that, man. Honestly, I'm heartbroken so much that I signed up for Bumble, put it that way.
Oh, wow. Well, ladies out there, kind of try to find Josh, producer Josh. Oh, you know what? And I told producer Jen this as well. Ryan has got one up on you guys because he did have the camera on him the last time he produced the show for me. So everybody knows what Ryan looks like. But guys, try to find Josh on Bumble if y'all want a chance for a very fantastic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, producer extraordinaire. There you go. Guys, oh man, I'm so excited. Let's jump right into this episode because yesterday was fantastic. Guys, in the chat, no spoilers just yet. I see you, Jenna Osayaway. I saw Amy before. So great to see all you guys yet again. Every single day you guys are hanging out with me and you are fantastic. No spoilers just yet. We'll do spoilers at the very, very end to see what happened because I know a lot of you guys have already watched the episode today. Okie dokie. We come right in. Weston doing weird dance moves with Emily. Fine. And then Emily talks about how a day in Fiji in the villa is like a week in real life. And then she tries to I can't speak. She tries to do math, saying that 24 divided by 3 is 10. It's definitely not. This is a little dumb throwaway, but it also is kind of interesting because they play the game later and America voted on who is most intelligent. Probably would have re-voted after that. For the record, it's definitely 8. And of course, it's still raining in Fiji because we don't get to have any fun. Woo, now, I had to get that out of my system because, man, real quick. Sorry, just caught my eye. Amy Wee, Lawler is my favorite MMA fighter, and I just got my first pair of gloves. Amy, awesome. Have a lot of fun with that. Be super careful, and I think Lawler has got a good shot to win this weekend. But, guys, we got this all out of our system because now we get into the main crux, just the bread, potatoes, meat, everything of this episode because the girls start talking, and they only want to talk Weston. Kira goes to Caro, Alex about liking Emily, start talking about the girls thing, and then immediately the conversation switches to Weston. We don't think Weston knows what he wants or who he is. He's flip-floppy. All the girls agree. Mallory, then Katrina, then Kelsey, now Emily. Alex doesn't think Weston has handled anything well the entire time at this villa. I'm going to get into the actual discussion of this in a little bit because I want to get the rest of the story out first. We get a sleepy time text waking everybody up. The boys are cooking lunch for the villa and they have to leave and go to the market to buy stuff. The main thing I wanted to make about this, and I see you guys chatting up a lot in the chat. I'm going to get to your chat, but specifically about Weston, I want to talk about it in just a bit because let's get the rest of the story first and let's get through the rest of the episode. I just wanted to throw out about this meal cooking and market going at how boring it seems to be and how bored everybody on the island seems to be because they're so overly excited to go to a grocery store and to buy some food and to cook a meal. It's kind of like mind-blowing that this is the level of entertainment that's really getting it together. On one hand, kind of a nice gesture for the guys. On the other hand, It's also production purposely splitting them up so only the girls and the guys can talk to each other. Clutch for the whole girl conversation, because as the guys are off buying stuff, the girls collide together in a maelstrom of Weston hate. They say they're not hating on him, but they totally are. And it essentially boils down to the fact that, like we said before, he's flip-floppy. He has said the same lines to multiple different girls about, and Emily is in on this too, so she's had it firsthand now and doesn't know about the past, about, I've never told anybody this, you're super special, I really like you, you're the one, blah, blah, blah. And then all the girls basically say that they would not want one of their friends to ever date Weston. And just like Amy says, the shade, ... It's bad. They're really going in on this guy. And to me, it's seemingly from nowhere. I just thought this is kind of randomly out of the blue. Again, I'm going to dive really deep into it in a second. The guys come back. Weston goes to get a kiss from Emily, and she's like, we need to talk. Uh-oh, that's never good. The guys make fruit platter, shish kebab, stir fry, fantastic. No one really cares, right? Emily and Weston now talk about him being genuine. And she essentially tells him that all the girls say the thing about their friends. They wouldn't want them to date Weston. She basically tells him a lot of the shade that the girls were saying. And then Weston opens up about Kira and says, you know, we're really good friends. We've opened up on a friend tip. And Emily's just not having it because of what all the other girls have told her. He says he is obsessed with her. She is the one 100%. And I'm wondering if you guys believe him. So I'm going to get to your chats in a second. But Weston goes, talks to all the women, and is basically like, what is up? They seem angry. They really give it to him and basically are saying that he's played it safe every single time. And they're telling him the same kind of things that they told Emily. So at least they're being consistent and honest with it. Again, I'm going to get into a deep dive in Weston in a second. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. Jenna says, even though apparently Bachelor in Paradise has more freedom as with Fox Revival, Paradise Hotel. Okay, you guys are talking about wanting all these guys to drink a lot more. Haha. As always, we do. Jenna says, this goes technology has really screwed with our minds. It's one of my friends said in the show. I just told him the UK version production team seems to allow the contestants more leeway compared to the US. Yeah, we'd really, really like that. That would be really good. I see you guys aren't super in the chat about Weston yet, so that's good. We're getting to it because first, they play yet another senseless, useless game. By the way, you know, since our episode yesterday, CBS has not reached out to me. They have not hired me and cast me to host the little games of season 2, which, I mean, guys, I think it would make it a lot more entertaining, a lot more fun if we had somebody like me really putting it to these contestants and, you know, come on, doing some kind of host stuff, rather than just having Ray dress up in some weird outfit and try to speak through it. Anyway, America has voted on all these different categories for our couples. Who's most intelligent is Zach and Elizabeth. The hottest, Zach and Elizabeth. I mean, duh. Voting really well for them. It's pretty obvious that they've been the front runners this entire time. Most boring, Yaman and Isada. Most likely to cheat, Weston and Emily. Worst possible time for this game to be played on the island with everything else that's going on with them. And then most likely to backstab another couple, again, Weston and Emily. Obviously, this is not about Emily. This is all about Weston from the viewing public because we don't really know Emily. We don't know anything she's about or what she's really doing. So it's all Weston. And honestly, the end of this game is just what did it in for Weston. And I think he's really upset. I don't think he's playing at all. Dude is really upset. His feelings got really, really hurt because he thinks and he feels that he's being completely mischaracterized. This is not the person he is. He isn't like that in real life. And he really feels backstabbed by all of these other OG people. Remember, Weston was there from day one. So was a lot of these other people like Elizabeth and Alexandra and people talking crap about him. So he definitely feels betrayed and backstabbed Funny that was one of the categories in the game, by the OG people at the very least, including people he considers to be his friends. And let's clarify that. It's really just the girls, because the guys rally around him. They like him. They understand, blah, blah, blah. And then, as the show tried to allude to the fact that Zach and Elizabeth's relationship was in some kind of trouble, it's not. I thought that was a really crummy and shady, coming attraction tease to try to get us interested, when it's really not. It's really that Zach, Jared, and I believe Yaman went in and had a conversation with Elizabeth, Isada, and some of the other girls kind of came in and out. It was weird about how they made Weston feel, that he's really upset, that he feels backstabbed by them, and they're getting in all this business that might not necessarily concern them. So the girls say, look, he's made the same statements to every single girl. Now they talk about Emily not knowing about the whole Kira thing, about how Kira and Weston have come together and said they actually like each other, but nothing happened. The girls, this was really strange too to me. And let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go real quick into your comments. But one thing that really held on to me was Zach saying, look, I don't think the conversation needed to happen. Yaman said the same thing. And we have a friend here in Weston who's really upset. You guys have made him really upset, and he feels backstabbed. The whole time you girls are saying, I'm not saying anything negative about Weston, but absolutely you are. And he feels this way. And then the main point I wanted to hit on was that Zach said, we have a friend here. And then Emily said, well, we have a friend too, meaning Emily. But Emily just came into the house. It's really strange to treat her the same as an OG person, especially with the very memeable fact that in 2 seconds, she says, who is this guy, to Jared? Newsflash, Jared and Emily came in the house the same time. So as far as social value, they kind of are on the same level. They're brand new people that came in the same time. So if you're going to go to bat for Emily, then Jared's opinion counts just as much as anything you're saying about her. That's what I think. Let me get to you guys real quick, because we're going to go even deeper into this. Oh, you guys are going in on CBS. Okay. I won't hate on it too much. Jenna, I like how this chat hated on Yaman, but Cashel and Katrina during their ET interview, along with the remaining cast, love him. I understand what he did to Alana, but don't think what he did is anything. He's obviously... So flash forward a little bit, near the end, when the America is voting on their favorite couple and somebody's going to be dumped, and I don't know who got dumped yet, but I said before it even started, it's going to be between Yaman and Weston. America and Canada, who's voting, obviously see these guys differently than the people inside the house see them, except maybe for Weston. Weston seems to be getting a lot more flack for his behavior than Yaman is inside of the house. And the people like us who are voting, we see everything that they're doing, so we don't necessarily let them get away with everything. I would like everybody to know, I would like to know what everybody in the chat thinks about Weston. Because let's break it down. Emily, at the end of this, talks to Weston and says, you're... the guys believe you. I believe you, even though I'm a little bit confused. There's no reason for you to go home, because Weston starts stomping around like he's going to go home and he's quitting and everything is all over. Pause. I'm going to take a really unpopular view that I don't necessarily think that anything Weston has done is really that bad. First off, 30,000 foot view, we're on a reality show. Guys, it's a reality show about dating, and you're supposed to be finding the perfect match, which is exactly what Jared said, or agreed with, at least when Zach said it. And Jared and Zach are exactly right. You're supposed to be finding the best possible match. Josh, what you have up there is the UK version, or it's not America. So, look, that's what Weston is doing. Is it a little shady if he's using the same lines on different girls? Yeah, it's a little shady, but don't get it twisted like girls don't use the same line. Everybody has lines and have sayings and stuff like that that's in their hip pocket to use when you meet a new girl, you meet a new guy, somebody that you like. Everybody's got their go-to stories and jokes and lines and things like that. So yeah, it is possible that he told one girl something that he's never told anybody else. And it's also possible that he told somebody else something that he's never told anybody else. This stuff that they were saying about him, to me, is not damning evidence. It's not something to go in so hard. This is a fluff reality show where they're trying to find the best match. If you want my take on it, not to get married and live forever, but to win the game. Okay, and to match up with somebody that they like, they're attracted to. Honestly, they probably want to hook up with them. That's basically it, guys, okay? And for the girls to go in so hard, how do you know he's not being genuine, that Emily actually is the one? Until then, how are you supposed to know? The whole point is that new people come in and maybe, oh my gosh, I have a much better connection with this girl than I did with you. I mean, I want to stay with you, but now I see somebody much better. We're not talking about they've been in a relationship for 7 years and now they're trying to commit fully to somebody. They've known each other for 3 weeks. They're all still strangers. They probably don't even know if they have brothers and sisters. I mean, they're just strangers to each other. So it's amazing to me that they came down so hard on Weston when, let's switch the focus to some of the girls. We know Caro has jumped around and flirted with a bunch of guys. She essentially, before Ray came in, was a ship searching for a dock in the night, trying to find somebody who likes her and who she can couple up with. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm just saying that was the actions that she was taking. Let's switch more specifically, that's more specific to this instance, to Kira. Kira was a lockstep with Cashel. Right? Boom. Yes, you are the one. So great. Until it wasn't. And then she was lockstep seemingly with Eric. I love the alpha mentality. You're straightforward, blah, blah. Boom. Dropped him. Now with Jared, who she doesn't even know. So if that's valid and that action is valid, by the way, I just skipped over the fact that we're talking all this smack about Weston. Kira was also talking a lot of smack about Weston, but up until yesterday, she was still interested. Is she only participating in this smack talk because, Emily picked him so she wasn't able to pick him at the last recoupling? Because if it was reversed and he picked her, she'd be all about it. All this activity and the actions and the quote-unquote negative stuff that Weston is doing, Kira's obviously feeling it. It's not bothering her when they're having their little discussion that they like each other. It's only that they're not coupled together. I thought that was a little bit shady. Let me see what you guys think. Okay. Jenna says, I want to be clear that I have 3 older brothers that Weston and Yeaman have been doing. They don't bother me like maybe other people may be irked. Amy says there's no wedding ring on his finger. He's playing the field. Jenna says, I've seen other dudes on other related shows do way worse to females and vice versa. That's for sure. And that's really where a lot of the alcohol comes in, right? Osayue says that explains why most of the best shows are on cable TV channels. Oh, that's too political in the TV channel realm for us. Katie K says, Weston messed up by flirting with Kira while also having a strong connection with Emily. They were obviously going to talk to each other about it. I don't understand why he feels backstabbed. I think he feels backstabbed because all the other women jumped in on him and started talking smack about him kind of out of nowhere. You know what I mean? This feels like a little bit of jealousy and what do we call it? Unbuyer's remorse, passer's remorse, that Kira didn't jump on Weston when she had the shot if they really do like each other. Notice, guys, the men have not had a choice in who to recouple up with this entire time. So if a girl picks Weston, like Emily picks Weston, right? And he says, well, we have a great connection. She's hot. I like her. I'm down. Do you expect him to jeopardize his game and the shot of winning the money to go pursue Kira, who pick some other guy? They haven't really had this conversation or a true connection other than these passing little flirtations. Jenna says she agrees with me. So I don't understand where all the animosity came from all of a sudden to this guy when other dudes in the house are playing around. I mean, Eric played right around. As soon as it looked like Kira wasn't happening, boom, switched right away, right? Kelsey, before she quit, very stupidly, Kelsey said multiple times, and I don't think it was a lie, it seemed very genuine, that she was down to have Weston check out other girls because she would be checking out other guys too. She didn't seem backstabbed or anything. And, you know, let's have facts be facts. She wasn't. She had the shot to recouple, and if she really thought Weston was the guy, she could have recoupled with any of the other two dudes who unfortunately got sent away. I don't even remember them anymore. Tone Loke, and she could have recoupled with Eric, and she could have kept pursuing things with Weston. She didn't have to give up. Or perhaps there was another guy coming in that, I mean, it's really tough, Josh, to find somebody who likes a 6-foot blonde, right?
I mean, from a male's perspective or a woman's perspective?
Either, because we know Kira is in it, so we don't know who they're going to send in next. But I'm just saying, basically, it's girls and guys for this, so you're not going to have a lot of trouble finding a guy who likes a 6-foot, blonde-haired, blue-eyed chick. She's beautiful. So what's the big deal? Amy says, just a few episodes ago, every girl was obsessed with Weston. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Not least of which is Kira. They all said they love Weston. They all were interested in, had crushes on him at one point. This just all of a sudden changed because he's actually exploring different girls. Look, how many of you out there, I know I have, you've gone on a few dates with somebody. Josh, you can chime in, right? We've gone on a few dates with somebody and you realize in the beginning you really like them or else you wouldn't have gone on a date with them probably. And then after a few weeks, a few dates or whatever, you realize not for me, something I don't like, blah, blah, blah. Right?
Yeah, definitely agree. It's just, think about it. It's like a process. You're always trying to find someone that you're pretty much just like equal to, I guess, like as far as just, you know, I wouldn't say same opinions and everything, but just, I don't know, just connection ultimately at the end. I mean, obviously, if you go on a few dates with someone and it doesn't work out, that's not a problem. It's just, there's always people out there that, you know, have that certain chemistry with each other. So it's never a problem to just always explore out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Just like you said, they're not engaged. They're not in long-term relationships. Katie said the guys picked when Yaman picked Kristen. Yes, exactly. They've picked once, but the last 3 times have basically been the women in charge, right? Jenna says it's so crazy because by now the boys would have picked at least the same amount as the guys, or as the girls. Not sure what CBS is doing. I think they switched this last one to see if Kira or Emily would pick each other and they would have a girl-girl thing. That's my gut. But also, I think it's just causing more drama with this. And Osayiwe rightly says, you don't miss your water until the well runs dry. So Well pointed out that every girl was in for Weston until the new girl came in and picked him. And it seems like he has a really, really strong connection with the new girl. Now, all the girls are against him. And oh, wow, you know, I wouldn't want one of my friends to date him, but you just said you did, like yesterday. Remember, we're filming this in real time. This isn't like, you know, years ago you really had a thing for him and now you found out what a scumbag he is. That's just not the way it is. Katie says Weston's probably a serial dater in real life. He just seems to have a wandering eye no matter how great a girl he's got. Look, there's nothing, I mean, I guess you could argue the morality about being a serial dater, but as long as you haven't told anybody we are exclusive, you are my girlfriend and boyfriend like Zach and Elizabeth, then I feel like all bets are off, especially in Fiji on a reality show, okay? This is not epic. It's just not epic. Amy says, I guess they prefer guys who string one girl along till the end. Who prefers that? Who prefers that? The network? Or the other people on the show? I mean, who knows? The focus flew right away from Yaman, who essentially did the same thing, right? I don't know. The whole thing was really strange to me how hard they came down on Weston. I think we talked about it for enough now, but I just don't get it. And I think he got a lot of flack for not a lot of great reasons. And I think he has liked several of the girls, and he just has a stronger connection with the next one that comes in. I mean, it just is what it is. How probable is it that Zach and Elizabeth are going to stay together forever? They have a really strong connection, but it's still on a TV show, right? You know, Ray and Caro. Caro went around, flirted with a bunch of... almost any of these guys, if they had gone for Caro and really tried to stick with her, they probably would be with her right now, and Ray would be booted off the island. Just really, really strange. Okay, I mean, after that whole nonsense, and it was just like, that's the most fighting and the most drama and the most tense we've ever seen this island, right? He does reaffirm to Emily that she is the girl 100%. And that's where we end. So if we can take these people at their words, I don't see why not. He really, really likes her. And who are we to say that Emily isn't the strongest connection for him? Certainly not me. I mean, go for it, dude. If that's what it is, this is the name of the game. I also am wondering what they're exactly thinking, because somebody put in the chat, maybe Josh, you can find this for me, because I wasn't able to find it. I don't know what the last day of this show is. Certainly it's not today, as I originally thought, but is it next week? They don't have a lot of time left. So you better lock in with somebody, and you better make it super solid so that you can actually win the game. Katie says, from a game perspective, it is the end of the show. Shouldn't everyone be focusing 100% on the one connection? Yeah, instead of trying to start a new one. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So for Weston, maybe Kira is actually the best call. She has no connection with Jared, right? She obviously likes Weston. He likes her. Maybe you got to think, who do I have a strong connection with that will keep picking me? And who will America and Canada believe in enough to vote for us in the end? Because they're the only two countries who are voting, right? That's what the focus needs to be if you guys are trying to win this game. And then after, y'all are going to go and finally have some drinks and chat with each other and maybe date around each other. Katie says it's next Wednesday. Woo! Okay, so we got a finale next week. Good. Next Wednesday. Okay. In the end, dun, 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 Ariel gets to make an appearance. Yay! Finally. Poor girl is sitting in her cabana in Fiji wondering when she gets to host something. She gets to come through. The people are all still talking about it because that is the main thing. And this happens right now. What a terrible time, because then they're going to find out who America likes the most. And spoiler alert, it is not Weston. Osayiwe says, Weston made too many connections with the girls in the house. He was talking and sharing too much with the girls in the house, which put him in a quandary. Yeah, when you are in this tight situation, right? Your friends aren't around, your family aren't around, you have no contact with the outside world. You're just eating, drinking water, and like sitting out by the pool. You're gonna make strong connections with people. It's this desert island type scenario where people you might not have had a connection with in real life. Well, here on the island, in the choice of 7 people, I'm very attracted to you out of the 7 people, and it makes sense that we're making a connection. This isn't a free choice. It's a forced choice, right? So, again, very weird. That is an older picture, by the way. Yeah, it is a recoupling, but it's an older picture. So, Jenna says, hoping we get a reunion show like the UK. That would be very interesting. That would be very fascinating. Regardless, Ariel comes through. Here we go. I said, by the way, I'm taking credit for this, Josh. I said when this first started, I said, okay, either Weston or Yemen and their partners are going to get kicked off Fiji. And I was right, because safe was Dylan and Alex, Ray and Caro, Zach and Elizabeth, Kira and Jared, right off the bat, which is obvious because the entire time, Weston and Yemen have been the guys in the house that are getting the most flack from the viewing public in how they're treating everybody and their perception. Again, it might be unpopular. I don't think it's a big deal. I think they're just playing the game, and people are really kind of painting it with a really bad brush because, like, that's what they're supposed to do. Date around all these people and, check it out. No one seems to have this problem. I mean, they're all making out with each other. Oh, who cares? People's feelings are getting way too hurt over this fluff stuff. And in the end, they really should have partnered up with Katrina because she was absolutely the best. Osayiwe says, as a follow-up, Weston sharing too much with the girls and wearing his heart on his sleeve helped the girls ruin his reputation. They used his actions and words against him. Yeah, I thought it was pretty shady. I didn't like the way he got treated at all. We've beaten that to death now. Totally get it. Okay, we get a cliffhanger ending. Of course, yesterday we don't know who gets kicked off, but we do know that today they got to play with fake babies, and I guess see how good they would be as parents together. I mean, man, talk about a show really rushing everybody through their relationship. Wow. Okay. That's it, guys. That's what happened yesterday. I am ready now if somebody wants to put a spoiler in the chat of what happened today. Who got kicked off? Please do. And while somebody is going to post that for us, I'm guessing Jen is going to post it for us because you're usually on top of it. Josh, let us bring up my Instagram account because many of you fans are making awesome memes and so wonderfully including me in them. I love it, and this first one is so appropriate for today.
It's almost the weekend, and I need those shades.
We do it every Friday. I guess this is the last time we're doing it. Maybe I'll do it for Wednesday, too, but we need the shades, man. We need it. Next one.
Alrighty, next one is to drink maximum. Might as well just give them milk.
That's right. These poor kids need a shot or something. Let them loosen up and have some fun. And then the final one, which was today.
Literally no one, nothing there. Mike, I will give you 4 reasons why leaving early was stupid and a picture of Grumpy Cat.
That's absolutely right. Leaving early is always dumb on a reality show. Do not do it. Do not do it. Jenna, I knew you would come through with our spoilers. Yemen sent home.
Spoiler alert.
Yemen sent home. Poor guy. Poor guy. But honestly, after our whole conversation, I don't know. I feel bad for Weston in general, and I think he deserves this shot. I honestly don't feel bad for Yemen either. I think Yemen was fine with his shot. I don't honestly know how good I feel about him and Isada. It's kind of who he ended up with. I really think he had it for Kristen, and obviously he didn't get a shot with that, a real shot. Osayoi says, Yemen finally got sent home, could not escape elimination this time, and his friends could not save him. That's right, because the OGs did save him. So, okay, we know Weston is still there, which, honestly, guys, for the viewing public like us, is a really good thing, because on the island, the drama is not going to stop. You know, especially since he stayed, and everybody, you know, the girls now are going to think, okay, America is voting. What are they seeing that we're not seeing? Maybe we're wrong, because they don't get to see everything. Same for Yemen, too. So a lot of people weren't liking Yemen. Yemen got sent home, and I am excited to see how the whole thing actually went down. Guys, that brings us to an end of another episode. I am so happy that you all joined me here. I see you guys in the chat. Osayoi, yeah, Mary, Katie, Jenna. Where's Rebecca today? Amy, Jenna, Katie, Osayoi, Jenna, you guys are the only ones talking. I have nobody else to shout out. Obsessed Fangirl, 1D13. Guys, thank you so much. If you're watching us here on YouTube, of course, please subscribe to the AfterBuzz channels. We do shows across all different genres. I only do reality TV myself, but we do stuff across all different channels and all different genres. So give us a subscription. Please give us a thumbs up if you are into the reality love shows. I am coming back for Bachelor in Paradise. We are going to be doing a pre-show on Monday with at least my and Jeff's thoughts. And then we're going to be doing Bachelor in Paradise every Tuesday right here on AfterBuzz Reality. And it is going to be amazing. Until then, my name is Mike Thieling. You can find me everywhere at Mike Thieling. Keep the memes coming. Have an awesome weekend. And I will see you right back here on Monday. Take care, everybody. Woo!
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its own.